Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for November 17th, 2017. Looking at yesterday's leaderboard, a total of 25 players, and LB ended up on top with a 1060, which I believe was Drone Health. Nox Skitney scored a 1020, along with Peak, Dano416, Marvin, GRZ, myself, Dargard, and Big Boss Hardfax, with Weising Nick 11 taking the 10th position at 1000. Excuse me. Unexpected there. We also have Magtinchi at 995 in 12th, and Mustika 21 at 17th with a 940, showing that overall, well, more than, I guess, 8 players, so about a third, scored the 1020 amount, and a few others had some unfortunate happenings. I do believe there was actually some ranges there between drone health and other factors that affected some people as well, such as losing your probe. Today we have unknown infestations on Muteki A with porthole integrity. Given the ship position, could be a big ship. Okay, that could be quite huge. That's, yeah. Have stealth today, which is great, and well above average starting health. Or starting score, rather. Already have the status. Let's go ahead and just begin. Get in here. I'm going to have to watch times. Oh, that simplifies things a little bit. That does not, however. There's another generator in here, so that is potentially great. Unfortunately, this is a huge room. Why are you... Oh, you're stuck on a thing. Okay. What does that... See, that doesn't even power... Okay. I heard Swarm. Maybe it's not a problem. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that is a working terminal, though. I definitely need to check that out. What the hell? Ooh, hello. Tow and a second generator. Fantastic. Why did you... No, I never told you to start, that's why. I do hear a swarm in there as well. Survey. Well, that gives me some good ideas about things. Okay. Let's go ahead and get off for the moment. R7 is a small room, so I actually could have been hearing the swarm from the other side of there. I'm a little bit worried that I opened the door and let them through. I think I did, actually. Okay. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't, but that's actually worse. Okay, so, yeah. That's a thing. From this point, I think what I'd like to do... Obviously, I'm still worried about slime. And given the size of the ship, there's really not much I can do. In favor of what I'm trying to get done. I'm going to have to wait till the 6-minute mark. And from there, I will send 2 and 3 into R4, and then send 1 into R5. Well, shit. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, I can still make that work. Kind of. I can't really power any of the rooms that matter. But I can do this. Okay, here's another generator. That's great. So that other generator may still give me other options. And another generator. So this is one of those times where having a lot of generators has actually played to a strength, because every generator, for better or for worse, is on an airlock. Which actually means R4 is not the worst room. Another thing it means is if I do find ship scan or a defense maybe, I can work with it. The downside is that means the only rooms that I can access do branch off of a generator. But it's possible. Like R4 may power the whole middle of the ship, and R10 may power the whole right side of the ship. That would have been bad. It doesn't. Okay. Well, how much does this one power? Also, I need to pick up that. Okay, see, I can work with this a little bit. Actually, I can work with this a lot, potentially. I don't have much time. Okay, so that's bad. How can I make this work in my favor? I need to check this room. What I'd like to do, actually, is I want to check that terminal, because that terminal could be useful for me. Still worried about slime. So far I know of 2 infestation. That's slime, not slime, swarm, and sentries. Generator layout on this ship is really not very helpful. Survey again. Okay. Jeez. Okay, so I've got... What does 2 power again? This powers, like, yeah, just those 2 rooms. One thing I could do... I don't think I have the time for it. Maybe I do. Jeez, A1 just wants to fail. Every damn minute. And I'd rather not lose that room just because it might be the one that I need. So what I'm going to do next is kind of the more risky move. Get rid of the interface, take the generator. Still no evidence of slime. Okay, take the generator back, give the interface back. Holy shit, that was close. Okay, Okay, so that's 3 infestations. I'm thinking my only option really left to me is to blind push into R13. It's not my best option by far, for a number of reasons, but I should be able to escape. If I need to. There is another generator. There's nothing in this room. D23 is being attacked, which means I need to open D23 so I don't end up in a very bad position later on. There's also a ship upgrade. And one singular upgrade, or one singular scrap. The time is actually really good right here, and opening that... It's like a mini fort. Get the generator back, get the interface. I didn't really explore the entire room, I don't think. I think I have time to play with this. I may or may not. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss a vent. Actually, I guess at this point it doesn't matter. If there was a vent, it would have spawned. Does this also power all of the ship? No. As a matter of fact, it powers exactly what I don't need it to power. Well, you know, I can still... I can actually sacrifice... Yeah... I guess. Hi, Sky. Do not disturb does not work. So this still leaves me in a position where I have to do this to get around. I need to think. My best solution right now is blind pushes. It's a terrible solution. But, I mean, all I can do is open up R6. I'm strongly suspecting we don't have slime, but the only airlock room that I have that doesn't have a generator and isn't already irradiated is R5. Everything else... Man. This is annoying. I can't remember how far down R10 goes either. I can't remember if it goes down to R9 or R16. No, 13 powers 16, so it must just go down to R9. 14 may power? Let's... Well, I already... Let's give you that generator. I'm going to do that. It's not a best move, but... Door 26 no longer respawning. That's actually really bad. Okay, well, that means our 4 powers are 6. It must. That tells me something's moving back and forth. Okay. So let's get this right. I want to verify that our 4 powers are 6. If it does, I'm going to close D17. I'm going to open... I'm going to use Drone 1. To do a blind check on R6. Again, not my best option, but I should be able to recover from it. 4 minutes, R16 has a chance of being hit. That's bad. You're docked, you're stabilized. Move back to A2. Wrong button. Okay. No, thank you. Door 8 is being attacked. Actually, that could be useful for me. Kind of. Alright, so... There's a leaper in here. Alright. I've just cut holes in the whole ship, and that's obviously not going to work well for me. R9 is one that I hadn't checked yet. That's not good. Door 10 is being attacked. Where is 10? Okay, 10's safe. Okay, if that asteroid hits R16, that's going to be an issue. Man, you know, I love stealth. I really do, but the last couple ships we've had a chance to use it have not worked out well for me. That's really all I can say there. I have no way to deal with these infestations, which I think is my #1 problem. Hi, Scott. So you told me about this fantastic Do Not Disturb feature that you supposedly, quote-unquote, added the other day. Does not stay on. I have no idea why not. It's very annoying. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the collision. Or lack thereof. Hopefully lack. It's about a 50-50 shot, so we'll see. Failed to collide. Excellent. Whew, okay, so you're stuck back in that room again. That's good. I really don't know what I'm going to do on this ship. Just the room layout is extremely difficult to manage. If I can get the swarm in R3, and hopefully the sentry in R3 as well, then I can use R7 to move the Leaper. This one, yeah, wow, okay. I don't know if I'm overthinking things or if it really is this difficult today. Just the room layouts are not conducive to moving things around. I would have really liked to be able to use R5 to check R15 and R12, though I do know that something is moving. But I can't do that. Well, that's bad news, really. Because of the size of 7, it may not close until it's in R3. It's a shell game today, is really what it comes down to. I'm still fairly convinced that there isn't any slime today. R9, R12, R15 could be loaded with it, though. All it takes is one room, and I haven't verified anything except there was a swarm in R6, a swarm in R11, Leaper in R8, Leaper in R16, swarm in 7, sentry in 3, and something in 15 and 12. But the door was already open, so I can't really... So apparently it can move between 3 and 7, and the door will close. It is just far enough offset that that's not a problem. That swarm is definitely local. Here's what I'm going to do, because I can manage... I'm going to take a risk with slime. Wrong button. Well, that's good and bad. So take a risk with slime, not be careless about slime. So I have to do this all over again. That could have gone bad. I think I'm just gonna have to stop worrying about slime and take my chances. I don't know. I just don't know. Moving things around on a ship like this... Alright, I strongly suspect two things, actually. If slime had spawned by this point, it probably would have been in a room that I was in and working with. And... okay, apparently I have a Windows update, because it needs to tell me about all these things. Can you please remove the thing from my screen? Can I select it now? Okay, let's just snooze. Oh, that left Duskers. That's great. I think we're good. I don't think that affected the video. Fairly sure that is not in the room. Fairly sure that is in the room. So let's go dock to A2. Send drone 1 into R13. Hopefully they won't start attacking door 23, because goddammit, stop attacking door 23. Alright, we're golden. I just need you to come through. You're not going to target drone 2? So we're golden, right? Golden? Hell yeah. Oh, of course not. I don't need this generator, I need an interface. Survey! Survey says useless. I'm going to send 2 to 4 so that I can open and close D8. Door 16 is being attacked, so I do not want to close D8 right now. As a matter of fact, just in case, I want to go in here and close door 17. Now it's safe again. Also, the thing probably moved into... Yep. Okay. What I should do is open up D20 when that happens, I think. Maybe. I'm gonna let this charge all the way back up. Please move. Worst case scenario. R9. Holy shit. Alright, well, I'm well past anything spawning from that vent, so that's good. Holy Christ. I just came out of that room. Like I said, worst case scenario. That's actually extremely bad. Airlock 4 no longer respawning. I can still work with that, though. I think. Mostly. Yeah. I'll see what's in R12. This could be good or bad. I don't hear Swarm. Okay, so that's a thing. best way to deal with this problem I actually have multiple problems here. They're all my fault. The best way to deal with this problem is piece by piece. I'd like to take the other generator. Piece by piece. I'm pretty sure a sentry wouldn't be able to go in there, so I think actually I'm okay. I definitely don't hear Swarm. I'm pretty sure a sentry couldn't go in there. There is a Swarm moving between 11 and 8. Oh shit. A sentry is in there. Christ. I do not know how to deal with this. On the one hand, I would like to get the scraps from the sentry. On the other hand, I really don't have a way to do it safely. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, wasn't in there. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully without radiating R15, just because sloppy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let that cool back down. Where am I docked? I'm docked at A1? Okay, good. Okay. Next problem. I can probably make this work as a worst case scenario, but just in case, or not just in case, but it sounds like they're in the room. I don't know where the Leaper is. Leaper is not in the room. That's okay. As long as they move. Anytime now. Thank you. And there's a terminal that has nothing on it. Survey! Yay! Okay, so the good news is the entire ship has been explored. The bad news is I still have a sentry here in R3 that I need to deal with somehow. And I'm not really sure how, because R7 has a Leaper, R16 has Swarm, and overall, just bad combinations of everything. I think my best case scenario is probably going to be to try to get it into the boarding ship, and try to get the boarding ship to A6. So, what I'm going to do, I want to get just it on the boarding ship as well, is the real complicated part. Three to 14. Very long episode today. To the extent that I can, I apologize for that. But if you want all the points, you got to be thorough. Okay, so I'm actually pretty much done with the bulk of the ship. I don't think I'm going to need R13. No, I do need R13 again. Door 18 is being attacked. Just in case, let's get 3 out of there. This was kind of my worst case scenario because I wanted to open D20 first. But it is what it is. This is actually kind of my best case scenario. Okay, I can make this work. Worst case scenario. I get the feeling this is about to error out. Haha! Perfect time. Okay, so I have everything I need. What I want to do is open up D20. Those can move freely now instead of attacking doors 9 or 10. Or 23. And the boarding ship is empty. Let's open up A5. See if I can't catch a sentry. Was that long enough? I think that was long enough. Let's go to A3. Worst case scenario is actually A3 failing. Was not long enough. I can't really control that, though, and I do need to drive... over to, A6 anyway, so, I mean, that wouldn't be the end of the world. It just would be unpleasant. Go on. You can go through the door. I know it's a big, scary door, but it's alright. There we go. Alright, now I know it's called. Let's give this a long 10 count. 4 minutes, R13. R13 is not a room that I want to get hit with an asteroid. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be out, I hope. If it's not, that'll definitely be a bad thing. But I have ways to check this. I have ways to check this safely. And I'm going to be able to get off this ship by the time 2 to R4. I'm going to want it to die first, of course. I knew it. I knew it was about to happen. After almost the entire episode, I'm getting really good with the timing. Okay. I see some scrap there. It is not where I really hoped it would be, but... 4 scrap. 4 scrap for 10 damage. Totally worth it. Totally worth all the effort. Let's get off of this little hellhole. If you haven't skipped ahead, or even if you have, thank you for staying with me. I think the strategy was worth it. I think taking advantage of the ship, of the room that got irradiated, early on, and which would have made things quite useful. If I'd been able to get from R5 to R15 to R12, and then check R14 and 10, well, I would have had to check 14 first, I guess, because D13. But I could have much more easily accessed that entire upper half of the ship instead of coming in from the bottom and having to shuffle things around so much. That said, there was an infestation in almost every room. There was a swarm in R11, Leaper in R8, Leaper in R12, Sentry in R15, or vice versa on those two. Swarm spawned in R6. Had a swarm in... no, a Leaper in R9. And Leaper in R16, Swarm in R7, and Sentry in R3. So literally every room except for R5 and all of the generator rooms had an infestation. Which is probably the most infested ship that we've seen in a long time. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else to say. There isn't. I'm glad I didn't end up losing both of those generator rooms. And I'm glad I was able to recover after I got the Leaper, let loose the Leaper from R16. I'm going to go ahead and wait and see what happens with this asteroid just to see if it gets hit and if it blows anything open. Right now there's 2 swarms and a leaper moving between 16 and 7. So if they die, well, I'm not exactly going to be crying, am I? Let's go ahead and close A1 just in case. Failed to collide. So nothing too much happening today. 55-minute episode. That's the longest that I've had in a long time. Or 56 right now, counting the intro and such like that. Total score of 975. Also had a tow that did not get used because it was damaged. Total of 14 scrap. 4 of that was from sentries. Did not have ship scan, but if you did today, there were 2 generators, so you would have been able to get the entire ship. No fuel. Starting score of 550. That's not right. Oh, I took 10 damage. Starting score of 560, and I took 10 damage. 1 drone with 2 upgrades and 2 ship upgrades. And again, if you got ship scan, you would have gotten the entire ship scanned and only lost out on anything in radiation if it was an inconvenient. That said, so far 975 is the top score. Now I only got 7. Okay, this is interesting. I only got 70 points from the scrap because the sentries, because it took 10 damage and got 4 scrap. So Mystica 21 coming up with a 900. That's off with a 5, which tells me maybe he used that broken toe and lost it. And maybe he was able to get some scrap from the sentries. Deno 416 at 865 may not have been able to check the entire ship. Depending on how things worked out for them, that may not have worked out. LB took an unusual number of radiation damage for an 863. Girthar 723. Also may have taken swarm damage and stealthed right away. You take 1 hit and it does do a not inconsequential amount of damage, but it doesn't kill you, ultimately. LB's score, I believe it's 42 points. LB's score would have been a 905, which is what I would have had without the sentries in that case. They also may not have gone through the painstaking and, frankly, time-consuming, I'm sorry, effort of separating out the sentries. We also have, so that's the top 5. The top 5 have a positive score. Girthar has a low positive score, but it is still positive. ITJ, a 205. Must have let something loose that went to town on his drones. Probably picked up, it was 85 points for the drone that you picked up, which was a drone and 2 upgrades. 35 and 50 for 2 upgrades. And some combination of additional, let's see. No, it's, okay, so it's 85. If you got the 2 ship upgrades, that's another 60. That's 140. And then, there you go. 145 is the drone and the 2 ship upgrades. And 205 would be an extra 60 points on top of that, which would be a disabled drone with 1 upgrade. The integrator scored a 115, which is the destroyed, which is the disabled drone that you can find, 85 points plus 1 ship upgrade. And Rigby scored a 0. This is, if the simple fact that this video is going to be in 3 seconds, an hour long, and I was on that ship for over 55 minutes or around 55 minutes, isn't an indicator. And I'm not saying I'm the expert of Duskers. I'm not saying I'm the best at it or anything like that. I think myself, Marvin, Deno, LB, Mystica, Dargard especially, because he's been at this for a long time, Nock, who hasn't played yet, I think we have experience, and that has made us regularly in the top 10, which is what it's about. Not being in the top 10 is not what it's about, but the experience is what it's about. The fact that it took me that long to get through this ship basically shows this is a very dangerous ship. It has swarm, it has leapers, it has sentries. The sentries, not a big threat. The leapers can do a lot of damage right away, and when it all comes down, you end up in a situation of it's very easy to make a small mistake. I kind of made a big mistake by letting that leaper loose. I was able to contain it, but what would have happened if I used that generator D9 command and D9 didn't close because something was in the door? I would have lost the drone, but I would have taken a huge hit. And then I would have had to open a door and stealth and get out of there without losing my mind. Or taking another hit, both of which are very possible. The second hit would have killed me. So, the fact there's three players, the fact there's one player that did well but still took a heavy hit, and the fact there's three players that basically lost everything but what they had on their docking ship, in Rigby's case, nothing. If the swarm had been more aggressive, if anything had happened differently, it might not have been something I could recover from. So, after all this time, basically what I'm saying is, if you haven't done your run yet, good luck. Because for people who have a lot of experience at this, between over 18 months, or approaching 18 months for myself, Marvin hasn't done his yet. Mystica, I think, is newer, but he's been doing quite well. Dano has been doing this possibly for about a year now, I think. LB has been doing this for almost as long. At least like 9 or 10 months, I think. Just the simple fact that that's the level of experience required to reach that goal at this point. Today was a challenge. If you got through it, take a lesson away from it. If you have already done it, leave a comment with your own experiences. Because I think today is one of those fantastic ones. It's a longer episode. And again, I'm sorry for that. But today is one of those ones where if you have the time, I recommend watching everyone's video. Gonna have links for Marvin, Deno416, LB, Noxkitney, Mystica21, and Dargar in the video description. If you have time, watch them. Because this is one that everyone will do a little bit differently. It'll matter about timing. It'll matter about other stuff. I really don't know what to say other than that. This is one I don't know that I'll have the time to watch them myself, but man, I want to find time. That said, I guess I'll also end with something that I did last year, I think. There is a charity thing that I watch every year that is starting today, Friday the 17th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern, called Desert Bus. It's a little bit crazy. It's hard to explain. I'm not going to extend this video any further trying to explain it. Desertbus.org. Check it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Under no obligation to do anything, but it's a great fundraiser that supports Child's Play, which is a great charity. So do please check that out. I'll probably pitch that quickly in my other videos for the rest of the week, which are going to be done with Desert Bus playing in the background, but muted. So for now, despite the length, I do hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day.